Welcome to our anime recap. This doesn't have a name yet, so
Come on, Jason, get on it.
I'll
No, we
think
just
of
call it-
something and it'll be in the title of the video.
Notice me send pie.
It's not like I want to do an anime recap or anything. Oh, hey, there it is. Yeah, that's our title.
Anime for you.
I like that one.
So, We're
How
gonna
about
cover-
anime?
okay, so today we're going to cover My Hero Academia, Re:Zero, which is not, as I thought, an anime of Resident Evil Zero.
It is not, no.
Which, I could have just looked at the preview images and do that, but what are you going to do? And Phoenix Wright,
Email.
which I apparently didn't have to watch because I played the first video game. So let's start with Phoenix.
Bah?
It's the first game! Why?
It's the first case of the first game.
Yeah, the first case of the first game, which means the next couple episodes, I already know what's going to happen.
Or do you?
No, I do, because it's going to follow the games exactly.
Yeah.
Or will it?
Yes, they will, because it's Capcom.
Or is it?
I guess that said, it is nice to see that it's set in Japan.
I would hope so.
This is America. That means she took her trip to America, where the time difference is 14 hours.
Time difference is not that much, Mark. It's 9.
It'll take a while to get
Well,
used to
it's
it.
like 13. It's 13, actually. So I guess it depends on where you're at.
No hamburgers under the American kotatsu in this Phoenix, right?
I've never actually played any of the games, so it was.
Oh, they're horrible. They're the worst kind of 90s. No, there is no other country but American dub type versions.
So
And,
season 1, come on.
For Ace Attorney 6, they are on they're out an island, so it's allowed to be its island. It's not Japan, it's not America, it's island.
And like, no one would blame Capcom if they just ignored the horrible translations for the first few and just went back to saying it was Japan, but they won't. It's sad, really.
I just assumed that his name really was supposed to be Phoenix Wright, and it's like Naruhodo.
Yeah, it's not a incorrect translation. It's just.
You mean Larry Butts is not Larry Butts?
Unfortunately not. Like, the names are jokes. I guess the names are jokes in
they're all
Japanese.
fun, yeah.
Well, I mean in Japanese.
Oh.
I know Phoenix is some kind of bird, but his last name obviously isn't right. But other than that, I don't know for sure.
But the Naruhodo, it's like it translates to something like I understand or I get it or something like or around that effect. I don't know about the other part of his name.
I'll have to look into that sometime. There's not a lot on the Japanese version of the series for some reason.
That
The funny part is this is going to cover the Sherlock Holmes game too, at some point. So
the only representation outside of Japan, technically. Then.
Yeah. You could at least release the dog version. I don't know.
We call him Furlock Bone.
Oh, Sherlock Hound is an actual anime.
It is.
I know.
So that's why I was excited that they would use a real property for that, and I thought it was going to be a Sherlock Hound anime. Or a Sherlock Hound game based in the Phoenix Wright style, which I thought would have been fun. But I know it was an April Fool's joke, but still. It's a Miyazaki property, technically.
I mean, it's good to see Phoenix animeized, and it's going to be interesting to see how many episodes are going to stretch so many cases there are, because some of those latter cases in the games can get pretty long.
What I
Maybe
think?
it'll be 3 to 4 parters.
No, not this style anime. It's really cheaply done. I would guess what'll happen is we'll have an investigation episode, and then we'll have a trial episode. And then the final season episode will be 3 episodes, because they'll have to go back and investigate.
If they're going to go in order, case 1-5 is very, very, very long.
We'll see. Maybe they'll trim some fat. I mean, some of it works from a gameplay perspective, but not really from storytelling.
I can't wait to see Gumshoe and Edgeworth, but we'll see Edgeworth pretty much as early as next episode.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, the frantic energy of the games isn't really in that first episode. Really, especially the opening is really slow paced. Also, they toned down Mia a bit. Or, yeah, Mia's the oldest.
That's Mia. Yeah, Mia's.
Either that or she isn't wearing her push-up bra. It just seems weird. I've never seen an anime de-emphasize that before. I expected it to be worse, to be honest.
Well, we're gonna the big test is gonna be
When Maya pops up, and we'll see what happens.
yeah, when she possesses Maya and Pearl.
Pearl might not make it into this anime.
Well, not this season. She'll be in for season 2 if they get one.
I wonder if they'll skip over Apollo. Because no one likes it.
Unfortunate, because there's good music in Apollo. Plus, Phoenix is just a puppet master in that entire game. Feels like
because you can't legally be an attorney.
Well, like everything is just like at the end, you just want to hear Phoenix say everything's according to Kakaku. Kakaku Dori.
My biggest complaint. So my biggest complaint was just that. I mean, I really like Yuki Kaiji as a voice actor. I mean, he's done lots of good stuff like Issei and High School DxD and Eren Yeager, but I just feel like his voice just did not fit right for Phoenix Wright. It just, like, the way that he looks and the voice just didn't match up to me. I don't know, it just felt really weird.
He's a 25-year-old dude, not a 16-year-old high school kid.
I just don't think they cast that really well. I don't know why.
No, I guess there's really no middle ground, is there? Like, in anime, typically, it's a parent in their 40s or a teenager kid, so I guess it would be hard to find a voice actor for in between, but still. You're right, he didn't sound right to me
either. The opening theme seems pretty wild whenever him and Edgeworth were doing tug of war on that chain. I was like, when are they finally gonna go at it? When are they just gonna clear off that courtroom desk and just go at it? All this tension, man.
That's for the 7th
This investigation. Phoenix has found this ring in Edgeworth's drawer. Are there any objections, right? Sustained.
It's another loophole because of our version of the game being set in America. Game heritage isn't legal in Japan, so if they do that, it causes a plot hole.
I wonder if they're gonna have that Baker dude from the 3rd game though. He is something else, I'll tell you what. But
I'm sure they'll tone down some things.
What?
I can't wait to hear, unless they announced who it is already, like who Edgeworth's voice is.
I'm sure they did. So,
That would require looking things up.
well, I don't have that Wikipedia page up, so I figure we'll come back to this. I don't think we're going to cover it every week, but when it gets to the second game, I didn't play that, so I'll probably watch it.
I see a list of names here, but they're all Japanese names, so I assume that was a dub name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Edgeworth, I don't know his Japanese name. I don't think any of us do.
They don't have that many people listed here, though, so I don't know.
I'll see if I can figure it out.
But anyway, I'm probably the biggest Phoenix Wright character fan ever. So
You don't say.
You have talked at length on and off the podcast.
I was first person to go to war.
Okay, here we go. Reiji Tsugi is Edgeworth.
Yeah.
He's actually somebody who I've never really. It shows he's been 2 other shows which I've seen, so seems like he's pretty new.
Mm.
There's been a new voice actors. There was a show last year, Konosuba, which I love his own voice actors apparently.
Yeah, they like to do that. They'll like have entire shows where it'll be all new people just to kind of, I don't know. I guess first of all it's probably cheaper, but it probably also helps so that no one really gets kind of overshadowed by someone who's been doing things for years.
Imagine if they did that here in the States. It's like, all right, do we hire?
They do that.
I mean, well, it's like, do we hire Troy Baker or do we hire Matt Roscoe?
Well, the thing here is we have a stricter actors union, so it's harder to do that, but then it's impossible. But
With Yu-Gi-Oh, they always have at least the main characters and nobody.
yeah.
What?
What?
Well, that works because since GX, the main character has pretty much been a cipher with no personality.
No, that's not fair.
Well,
Where's-
Jaden, after Jaden, we had Stardust Dragon Go Guy, who had literally no personality.
You said he did have
I
personality.
fight for my friends.
Yeah, he had Ike's personality.
No, he didn't even have that. Ike has a very fun. He was just monitoring.
I mean, you say he gets angry all the time.
Yeah.
And
And
so by the people around him, like Jack Atlas and Crow.
then Zell,
God.
Zexel, or whatever you want to call it. It is Zexel here, which is dumb.
Yeah, because they like actually spelling out words. The problem was that they put the X there.
Zecrossel.
But we know they don't pronounce it in Japan, but they obviously pronounce X's here.
I know. They
So
just
if they
did
would
that.
just drop the X, then we would have known what it was called.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal. They wouldn't have called it that here, though.
Hey, you don't.
And that guy was a terrible protagonist. He was an
Of course
idiot.
he was.
Literally
Yes.
an idiot. And they tried to do the Yami Yugi thing, and it didn't work. And I don't know. The new anime, I haven't seen the protagonist for that yet. It doesn't sound
Evidently,
I-
he has personalities.
I didn't really like him that much at first, but I mean, he's definitely kind of grown as a character at this point.
I hear that a lot of public opinion's swaying about Arc 5 now, where it started off a little slow, then people liked it, and then it's kind of stuck in filler hell right now.
Well, that's Konami for you.
Yeah!
When can
It's
we
like-
put our pachinko machines in this?
They went to the synchro dimension, nothing happened. Now they're gonna go into the XZ infusion dimensions. So where nothing
Makes
happened.
sense. Okay, let's move on. I think our opinions on Phoenix Wright have been made clear at this point. So we're gonna do ReZero next. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I wasn't expecting much when basically here we go. I pulled it up. Subaru Natsuki is a shut-in, surprise, who is also an otaku, surprise. And while he's getting his ramen and chips, he is teleported to another dimension. At first, he's cool with it, but then nothing really goes how it's supposed to.
And he meets a magical girl who changes
He
his life.
doesn't. That's the problem.
No,
He keeps. He doesn't look for the magical girl. He does look for the girl, but it turns out there wasn't one. We don't know how he got to this world yet. He gets mugged, and he is saved by a girl named. She says her name is Satella.
Satella, she says what her name is, yes.
Yeah, but on here it says her name is Amelia.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And she helps him out after the first girl he meets, a thief named Felt.
Felt.
Just jumps past him. So they have a little mini adventure and bond. And then they're both brutally murdered trying to get back her insignia. They didn't explain what an insignia is yet.
No, they have not.
Whoa! Something.
Sorry.
Huh?
My bad.
Anyway.
I'm watching TV. It's okay.
Well, it's not readily apparent to him. When he dies, he goes back to a specific point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is his special power, though he's apparently too dense to figure it out, even though it happens twice in these first 2 episodes. So he goes through the whole day again, not realizing it's the same day. He should. And he again gets murdered. This time he sees who killed him the first time. And it's some lady who wants the insignia for an employer. They're not very clear on who it is. We meet who I assume are going to be some of the supporting cast, that big ogre guy. And Felt is probably going to join the team. Rom is his name. Felt's grandfather, apparently.
Yes.
So they all die again, and he gets teleported back. And this is where it's annoying. It ends on him calling her Satella, and she says, "Don't call me that name." Blah blah blah. And he still apparently hasn't figured out he's traveled back in time. It's really weird. Past that though, he's not the best protagonist in the world, but I do like everyone else. Amelia's fun. She has she's not a typical I don't like you, you're a jerk anime girl. She has a sassy cat spirit companion.
His name's Puck.
Its name is Puck. Puck seems to have a thing for the main character. He really wants to have sex with Natsuki. I don't know. Like, she is into him. It's really weird. Felt is cool. She has some wind-based power. So these fights seem like they'll be physical, but enhanced by magic, which is really more fun to watch than just like sitting back with a wand or something. That's really it from what I've seen so far. I can't wait to see the second episode, see if he figures it out or not.
Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 64 times.
Well, he keeps going back to a point where he has to do about an apple. And I don't know if he has to make it through a whole day for his power to reset, or if he makes like a save point or something. Because he's not trapped in a game. It's weird. Like I'm interested to see how they explain his power. Because it's a super useful power. He's just a normal guy past that, so he really can't do a lot.
Oh, they're walking McCutcheon.
So I know Steve saw this. Pat, did you watch it?
No, I just read the Wikipedia page. Because I was interested to see what it was.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'll be interested in that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's on Crunchyroll right now, but it'll probably end up on Hulu in a week or two. So, Steve, what did you think?
I mean, I was definitely interested. I mean, not that this is saying it's bad, but it's just I've noticed quite a bit of this whole similar type of suddenly appearing in another world that's in the whole fantasy setting thing. Like we had Konosuba, and then there was that Grimgar. I don't know if you saw anything with that last season too. And I just feel like it's just been a really common thing where it's either they're like in some world like that or stuck in a game in a fantasy type setting. It seems to all be in a season, I think, anymore. So, I mean, other than that though, I mean, it's like saying, I think it's going to become a thing where it's just, you can't be like, oh, this is a mecha show, just rip off this other mecha show. I mean, it's just kind of a new setting, I guess, that is becoming commonplace.
Yeah, I hope we don't get another Asterix chivalry situation. But,
Sword Art Online. Fine.
I don't mind as long as they play with the format a little bit. Like, this is like, he has no idea why he's there. Literally, he just walks across the street and he's in a different world.
That's an interesting way to get there.
Yeah. And, his power is essentially worthless in combat. It's just good if they completely fuck up.
It's the reset button.
Yeah.
No resetting!
Just like all you need is kill. Which is
Like, they go out of their way to explain that, a shut-in has to learn to defend their home, so he's good at karate, and he's all, he's athletic, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Not the shut-ins I've ever seen.
There are a bunch of shows like this now, and a lot of it is because of Sword Art.
Yep.
Stuck in the Game has been really popular. And
So
now
what you're saying is that Japanese anime is now following the way of American films, where they can't come up with their own
no, it's
ideas.
always done that. But now they're so... I don't know how to put it. They're in really bad financial straits, most of these companies. So they really can't afford to not be derivative.
I understand.
I do appreciate that, like, Konosuba and this experiment with the formula a lot. Like, Konosuba is a parody, and it's genuinely pretty funny. And this is looking like the hero isn't, like, important in any way. But his ability is what makes him unique. And I can't wait. We'll see how it plays out, but it could get terrible really fast. And I think that's it on ReZero.
Gotta figure out what they need that insignia for.
Yeah, I do actually want to know what the deal is, because it's not that impressive. Like, there's magical... They mentioned in the first episode there's magical items that let you use magic even if you haven't been, they say, blessed or something, or unlock the gate. Yeah, to use magic you have to open a gate, which sounds a lot like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, it does.
Anytime you say game or something.
Yeah, and you can get blessings to enhance your abilities, because, like I said, Felt has wind powers, if you use its super speed. So I'm curious why this insignia is important. I'd like to see exactly how their magic system works, too, because that's always fun to learn about.
Maybe insignias amplify your magic power?
Maybe. It seems like it belongs to some sort of faction, though. We'll see. Like I said, this is only the first 2 episodes, which were apparently supposed to air as an hour long.
Hour-long special, yes.
Yeah. So, we'll see going forward. It might not get a second season, though, so I don't think they're going to wrap anything up.
It turns out the game is inside of a game.
That's happened before, you don't want to know. Let's see. So let's go on to My Hero Academia. Probably the most traditional show on here.
Funimation is pushing the hell out of this.
Oh, this is their new DBZ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, One Piece is popular, but it's not, because of the 4Kids crap, it's not where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
But
thank God
they
don't have
can.
that anymore.
Yeah.
Sanji, you lolly licker.
But yeah, this is the benefit of My Hero is it's not being made by Toei, so it looks good, and they probably will let Funimation actually do things with it, unlike Dragon Ball Super.
Yayo,
Yes,
yayo.
the art style should probably be in comic style, right?
Sort of. Like,
Yeah, that's
clearly All Might is.
Well, yeah, he is.
But the rest of the show is, it looks a little more like Reborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine. Let me pull up, so the main character is a dude named, Izuku. Nicknamed Deku, I guess, because he has green hair, I assume.
That's not why they nicknamed him that. He was given that nickname by, his
But
friend.
a jerk off.
Yeah. He still
He's
considers
not his friend. Bakugo.
Yeah. Ka something. I know he called Kachan. Kasuga, Vyako. Cause that name reads something in Japanese.
Well, I assume since it's called a Deku Scrub, it means like
nothing or something. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Huh.
Worthless or something.
It's a word play on something. Yeah.
Well, it's a play on his name.
Yeah, because it writes the same way in kanji in Japanese, but it
Yeah, it looks similar. That is no, there's two different characters. I see. The Q in his name has a different.
Right. I read it in the manga. Well, now I have to go back and find it.
Don't worry about it, Pat. We can.
Well, I'm gonna freaking find it. Screw this.
Okay, well you find it, and I'll go on with the
It won't
plot.
take you long. I'm just gonna go onto the thing because I have my tablet here.
Okay, let me finish the plot. Anyway, Izuku lives in a world where 80% of people now have superpowers known as quirks.
Mm-hmm.
Where this apparently happened at least 4 generations ago, according to the show. And it's very rare to not have a power. Unfortunately, Izuku was born as a normal person and doesn't have a quirk. So this really crushes his dream of being a hero on par with All Might, who is basically the Superman of this world. So that all happened when he was 4. We flash forward. He's about to enter high school, and he wants to enter the hero high school. The laws recently changed, and now they're allowing people without quirks to enter. Let's just say he's being a little optimistic of his chances. And Katsuki, who has apparently been his bully most of his life, who also clearly only wants to be a hero because he'll be rich off of it, basically tells him, you ain't joining because I'm the only one who's going to enter from the school, because people love that kind of or I guess underdog story or something. He's an ass.
He really is.
Yeah, he's a complete asshole.
Definitely means someone who can't do anything. That's what it was. Essentially, he calls him.
Tree really can't do anything, so I guess I explained some things to Zelda. No, so anyway, Izuku, after being bullied by him, and basically told to kill himself, which, fuck you, dude.
Oh, those kids and their bullying.
Yeah, those Japanese kids and their harmless suicide encouragement. He even says that you'd be liable for killing me, you moron. He's worried about this guy even after that.
Yeah.
Maybe tell a teacher. This sociopath is going to work for your public safety concerns. Anyway, on his way home, a mutant quirk robs a bank and unfortunately finds him and tries to kill him and wear him as a puppet.
Byaku, gotta make sure you know people this.
And no, it wasn't. Is that the name of the guy?
The guy who was
the goo quirk. Yeah, I just called
him.
No,
the goo. He doesn't have a name. I'm talking about
that's
trying to possess.
Oh.
Okay. No, he's trying to possess Deku first, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, no, this is just the first episode. He's
Yeah.
Deku's the only one there. All Might comes and saves him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny. He puts the goo guy in a cup of water bottles.
He put him in the inside of in the cola bottle that he had.
He has two in the anime. There might be some minor differences, but anyway, he also gives him an autograph without having to ask.
Yep, that's really what he carries around, his autograph.
Yeah. And then he's about to go, but Deku holds onto his leg and basically asks him if he can be a hero without a quirk, and that's the end of the episode. So I'm just going to take a guess. Yes, he can, but he's going to get a quirk. I don't know what. I assume, considering All Might is wounded or something, that he's going to somehow transfer his powers to Izuku, but...
You are exactly right, Jason. Congratulations.
Yes. I tried not to read ahead, but I figured the minute I saw him bleed a little bit, I'm like, oh, okay.
The name of All Might's quirk is called One for All. Basically, it is the culmination of quirks being held by multiple people over several generations. The quirk can be passed down to another person. So currently, once Deku gets his quirk from All Might, there will have been 3 people who are still alive that has had that quirk.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So each one is progressively stronger.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting power.
There's going to be obvious repercussions giving that quirk to someone who's quirkless, but you'll learn why he was convinced to give him that quirk though. Later in the next episode, they're going to definitely do that.
I liked it so far. Like I said, I don't like. Obviously, Katsuki is going to be his rival. And,
yes.
And like
lots
they showed,
happens with him in the next episode too.
They showed that there are heroes who are clearly only in it for the fame, like Mount Lady.
Mount Lady, yes.
Yeah.
She's awesome though.
Did they call her Mountain Lady in the translation?
Yeah, Mountain Lady.
Okay, well, no, her name in the Japanese is Mount Lady. Which...
Yeah, they just abbreviate it, so more likely it's called Mount Lady. Yeah, I just call it Mountain Lady anyway.
No, I think she clearly intended it as a double entendre.
Multiple entendre.
But yeah, she's clearly not a good person. They show her that psychotic face flash thing. I like the superhero designs. They're really Japanese and weird. Like apparently, the firefighter guy who can control water wears a containment suit. There's a guy who controls wood. He's Spider-Man, but he uses wood instead of webs. It's pretty neat.
What's his name? I don't remember. They don't really show. They'll show the
Sacred.
hero, but they're mainly going to concentrate on the kids of
Yeah.
So once he gets in there. It's a great thing, man. It is. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I can't wait for the second episode. Steve, how did you like it?
I mean, it's definitely interesting. It just, I think with having One Punch Man, so, I mean, it wasn't like, the season before, but it's like, it kind of still in my head where it feels really similar to that.
Yeah,
but
Punch Man is more of a parody thing.
Yeah, I mean, this one isn't, it definitely has a different feel as far as like the way that the story's going, since it's not as much a joke, but it's kind of like a complete opposite where it's like you have the kid starting out with no powers versus someone who can just kill anybody.
Well, Saitama never really had powers until he worked out forever. He worked out so hard he became the strongest man in the world without anybody realizing it.
And
I know they explained it a little better. The House of Evolution guy at some point comes back, running his Okonomiyaki stand. He can make an octopus that regenerates its tentacles infinitely. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as business models go, that's pretty solid.
That's fantastic.
So one of the S-rank heroes, Zombie Man, goes to kill him. And he's like, well, I've seen God, so I've repented, and I'm no longer the guy I was. and he explains that people have a limit built in inherently, and most of the monsters in One Punch Man were people at one point.
Yeah.
And they surpassed their limits.
Mm-hmm.
But then Saitama surpassed all limits and became the most powerful.
Yes.
Or that's his theory, at least.
Either way,
I don't know. What were we talking about?
I just had the opinions on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure, like, just from looking at the cast list, though, I mean, there seems to be a ton of characters. I'm hoping it doesn't turn into one of those things where, there's so many characters, but half of them don't matter, and, only...
I'm guessing it's going to eventually end up as a tournament anime.
Mm-hmm.
It almost has to.
Well, the main part of the story takes place at the academy, so most of the characters are going to be students, so they're going to have them split off into groups, different things like that.
Yeah, this is their new Naruto. They're definitely going to push this.
It's similar, I guess. Yeah.
Next time.
No, it fills that gap exactly. Little nobody hero who has a unique power that isn't super useful because he can't use it to its full potential, i.e. the clones, from Naruto, in this case, One for All for Izuku. A jerk rival. Who, I assume there's going to be a girl next issue, or next episode.
I don't think she'll show up until the next one after that.
Yeah,
they really don't concentrate on anybody in the first two except for Izuku, Byakuyo, and All Might.
Yeah. It looks like they're the core group.
Well, yeah, Izuku and basically his class are the core, because when he gets into school, they split them up into two different classes, 1A and 1B. The A is the heroes course, and B is the secular course. Kids in the B do have quirks too, though. So, but but they're looked at differently because they're not taking the heroes course. And a lot of times they resent the heroes for that. So.
Okay, I see where they're going with this. Yeah, there's definitely some comparisons between. We're going to see a lot of the B class being the real heroes and things like that. Okay, yeah, I can see this being really interesting going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the anime for this week. We might cover more as the season goes on. I don't like last time we tried that. Obviously, we got bogged down. So I'm gonna try to keep it to 2 or 3 shows. So we'll probably figure that out in the next week or so. And that'll be it for this episode of. I didn't want to do an anime recap or anything. Again, I'll think of a better.
I like that one though. That's great.
I do. I know. I'm gonna do some variant of that.
How about anime recappa?
You have to use a cap.
Pour some real water. Okay. So that's it for this. Hopefully it'll become a recurring thing, and we will see you guys in a different episode.